I'm Mollie Burke, and I'm running for the position of state representative in Windham-8. I've been the representative of this district for 16 years. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and on the Niagara River in Canada, and I'm the oldest of 11 children. I was a competitive figure skater in childhood. I studied political science in college, and I went to the London School of Economics, attended classes there at postgraduate. Later, I embarked on a career in the arts, and I received a Master's of Fine Arts from Goddard College. I've been active in the Brattleboro community as an artist and teacher of both art and figure skating. I founded a nonprofit called Art in the Neighborhood, and we provide tuition-free art classes to children in low-income housing communities in Brattleboro. I also work as an artist in residence under the auspices of Vermont Arts Council in several Vermont elementary schools. I've been married to my husband, Peter Gould, for 43 years. We have 3 grown children and 5 grandchildren. Well, I was motivated to run for the legislature because of my concern about climate change back in 2008. And I had been working on the issue locally, and I wanted to work on it at the state level. I asked to be on the Transportation Committee because transportation accounts for 40% of Vermont's greenhouse gas emissions. It's very challenging to cut those emissions because we live in a state with dispersed settlement patterns. But nevertheless, we've been able to do a number of things in terms of electrifying our transportation system. We have incentives for electric vehicles for low and moderate income people. We've been able to purchase some electric buses and invest in our pedestrian and bicycle infrastructure and measures for safety for vulnerable users, meaning people of using bicycles, walking, and persons with disabilities. Climate change is something that affects our economy, affects our safety, our way of life. And it's increasingly, in addition to cutting emissions, we are having to deal with the instances of flooding, consequences of climate change. So we are also having to work on resilience in our communities. And I want to continue, I want to return to Montpelier in order to work on these issues, cutting emissions, increasing resilience for our communities, providing a multimodal transportation system that works for all users. Well, I have a painting studio in my house, and I sometimes get to retreat there, although I'm pretty busy. I also really love to cross-country ski, canoe, participate in making cider with friends in the fall. I also love having it when our adult children come home and the house is full of our children and grandchildren, and that's also a very way to sort of forget about the things that are stressing you out and just be present. Well, we have a wonderful garden in West Brattleboro on some land owned by our son that's adjacent to Lilac Ridge Farm. I love to go there. I love to go to South Pond to canoe and go to various swimming holes along the West River. My husband and I also spend some time up in the Northeast Kingdom in the summertime and for skiing in the winter. So I know that's not southern Vermont, but it's a beautiful part of Vermont, as is southern Vermont. Well, we're living in very difficult and perilous times, and it's really important to operate with respect and care for others, and to also live with integrity and honesty and a sense of purpose. Thank BCTV for all your service to the community. Thank you.